What's happening, y'all? Justin here. You're gonna give me a solo, like yesterday, for some of you that saw. Brady's still golfing. He had a golf tournament, and I guess they were weather delayed for about 90 minutes or something. I think he just texted me and said he had like 3 or 4 holes left. So I told him, I said, just jump on whenever you can be in the car and we can talk horses and whatever. So, hey, James, Keith, Steven, you guys get back-to-back shows. I don't know if we've ever had that. You know, Scotty did Del Mar. Did he? I'm guessing he covered Friday. I jumped on earlier. And I don't think we've done back-to-back shows like this. This is pretty awesome. Horse racing all day on a Friday. I'm in Eastern Washington. It's beautiful outside, right on the river. You guys ready for a good weekend? It looked like some good racing. I haven't really looked a ton at Del Mar. Hey, John, how are you? K. Reed. I don't know, K. Reed. Thanks for joining in. He slathered it, James. I love it. So some of you, if you saw on Twitter, we posted this tips and tricks video. And Scotty told me when I started doing this that I cannot say so much. Say it way too much. So I watched that tips and tricks video that EquinEdge posted, and it was tough to watch. There was a lot of in there. 54 to be exact, my girlfriend counted. I counted 48, she counted 54. And so what I said is, I'm going to, for every $2 from that video, and I'm going to play a pick 5. We'll probably do the Saratoga. I don't know if I'm going to do early or late yet, but I'm going to do a pick 5, and I'm going to give away 20% to 5 viewers. Michael Bryant already has 20%. I told him that he could have 20% because he commented on the tips and tricks video and gave me some good feedback. And I said, okay, you can have 20%. So there's 4 shares left. I'm guessing you all want to be entered. I'm gonna write your guys' names down. I'll put them in my hat. Yeah, let me know if you want to be entered, and I'm gonna write your guys' names down. And so Jim's in. I'll just write everybody down. Anybody who's here. Keith, James, Sean, Julie. Who else I got? How many Johns? Did I say John? John. You just say I'm in and you're in. You don't even have to really enter anything. So I got Soli, Steven, K. Reed. Should end out. There's 21 people here, so should pretty much get everybody. And happy Friday, Julie. Good luck, Cindy. 2 or 5 at Saratoga. All right. I got Cindy, Julie, K. Reed, Gary. All right. Sully. Yeah, I got Cindy, K. Reed, Gary, Julie, Sully. Yep. Okay. Steven.
So that you don't need to call in. How about you just drop up your calendar?
Keith. Yeah, we got Keith. Bigfoot 1953. You got the Bigfoot's tuning in from, what's that, Twitch? Must be Twitch. Gotta make sure I gotta make sure we don't have duplicate names on here. James, I got James. Okay, got you, James. Yep. Julie, is there 2 Johns? We only have 1 John. I think we only have 1. I got you, Sean. right? Take it, Sean. Yep. Okay. Jim. Yep. Keith. James. John. K. All right. I have you all. We'll add people. Cheech Martinez for sure. I'll announce it later too if we miss anybody. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of 28 viewers. So, see, I'm not supposed to say that. At least if Mike said, as long as I recognize it and I work on it, then it will get better. Scotty told me the same thing too. So, Mike Whalen. But that's okay, Mike. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. I think they all work. Let's look at Saratoga tomorrow. We'll just do the whole card. I will hang with you all for a while. Is there anything? Well, before we go there, does anybody want to look at something today? I won't cover a bunch of races today, but if anybody wants to look at a race today, I can. Like if you want, just let me know. Drop it. We'll look at something else. We'll just shift to Saturday. I didn't look at today, so I started looking at tomorrow. The 9th, James? Okay. Oh, the Lake George. This is the 2 or 5. Cindy, we can look at yours first and then we'll look at the Lake George and then we'll shift it tomorrow. So main special. 3-year-olds. You have the 2 and 5. Both good on the morning line perspective. Top 2 win percents. 2's top GSR. Dame time. Manny Franco for Michelle Nevin. Jim, we'll look at all of tomorrow. Cindy, I mean, the 2 looks good. Gets to an inside post here, was out here, ran really well, showed good courage at 6 furlongs. Cutting back is shown speed, so going to be sitting right off the speed. I think the 2 has a good shot. 3rd off the layoff, working well. I guess not 3rd off the layoff, but 3rd start of the career, working well. The 2 looks good. So no 8. You didn't have top Scotty. A 50, speed, stop. Speed. Yeah, I could see why you would get not bet the 8 Wesley Ward with Velasquez. Is the 8? Is there any other speed in here? Yeah, the 8 might concern, like Velasquez for Wesley Ward could be on the lead here, and the problem is gives it up in the stretch. Scotty talks about that. I don't like that. Kind of gives it up here both times. And only a 50 and a 48. And now stepping up. We were talking the 3 horse at Del Mar earlier. And the thing about that, why I like the 3 was dropping in class and then adding blinkers. Where here, these are all lightly raced. And some of these are going to have to step up and improve. Because the 2 faced a lot tougher here in a 58. The work on the 8. Yeah, that's nice. Does anybody get the work report for DRF? They have a little work report you can get. I think the 2 it looks good though, Cindy. 4 is first time starter, Scotty Longshot. Only 1% though. 12-1 on the morning line though. Fleeting glimpse. Dylan Davis for Jenna Antonucci. The last at Toga. We can look, Justin. The 4, I mean, Scotty Longshot, first time starter, are always dangerous. But 1%, that's really hard to include. I don't love the 8. So, Cindy, I'm liking your 2, the 5. Second out in the 4 post here. Didn't take a lot of money. Jose Ortiz. Horse is working well off that start. Yeah, I think your 2 and 5 look good. 7's getting over to turf and doesn't want turf, so I could see Irad for Chad. What's he doing here? Why is he putting this horse on turf? Oh, it wants turf. It just doesn't want to go short. Look at that. Lowest GSR. Has this horse even showed any? Wow. I don't see the 7. The 3's the favorite. Tough post here. Came way out of it. The thing with the 3, though, I don't think for Loscano there's any pace. So, Cindy, post back in here. I'm curious how you do. I like your 2 and 5. All right. We want to talk the Lake George, and then we can talk the last race, too. So, I heard Chad Brown. What's he have? 4 horses in this race? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's got Manny, Irad, Jose, and Joel. That's like that song where what's that group that talks about the alcohol? Jose and Jack and Jim and
Little Big Town.
My girlfriend just said Little Big Town. Have you guys heard that? That's a good song. That's what Chad Brown's crew here. Joel, Jose, Irad, and Manny. Or like, how does he not win this race? Even though he has not been oh, that's good on the 2 in the paddock. The 2 looks tough in that race. I think, Cindy, you're good. This is a wide open race, though. Wow. I have not looked at this at all. So, Demo Dog. Technical analysis. This is obviously a Kalarovich Stables horse. Yep. 1 and a 54 and a 68. Hey, Andy. We're going to do a contest, Andy, and we're not even a contest. Because I say so much, we're going to give away a pick 5 to 5 people. So I threw your name in the hat. James, who doesn't have the 5? Chad Brown. Jouster. Top Scotty. Yeah, Fletcher. How about Luis Saez? He's been on fire. Jouster's the speed. Who's the speed in this race? Jouster. Navratilova. Should speed last out, Rowdy. Loscano. Fluffy Socks. No speed there. Is Jouster the speed here? I guess the 1, Landeros, going to show speed maybe with this 1 horse. 6, no speed. 2, no speed. 7, no. Toby's Heart, no speed. Castellano for Brian Lynch. Well, size on the 5. Wired here in a grade 2. Couldn't hold on here in a tougher at 9 furlongs, but it's cutting back to 8 furlongs here. I mean, the question's going to be, is Navratilova going to send? The 9 for sure has speed. Outside post, though. I mean, Louis going to get the lead here and try to probably walk the dog to some extent, right? This is a tough race. Toby's Heart, Scotty Longshot. Going to be coming off the pace, though, but it has been close. That was sprinting, though. I looking at this, I mean, the one's price play, morning line likes it, Landeros. I mean, Jouster won a 78 going wire to wire. Romped here in a 60 maiden special at Gulfstream. Yeah, I mean, Cindy, the 9's going to go, but I mean, I think Saez is still going to try to set a slow pace. I mean, the question, I guess, becomes look at the 9 here. The 9 just on the front end. But look, that was at 5 furlongs. So if we look at the 2 route races, the 9 for sure is going to try to send. So top 2 GSRs are the 5 and 9. I don't know how the Saratoga turf has been playing either. I wish that I just have not paid enough attention. This is a tough race, though. The 6 won a 64, and now is going to be stepping up here big time. Irad for Chad. And this horse ran well on the synthetic.
Yay! I just broke the wing. Yay!
I mean, the 7, if Castellano, the problem I think with the 7 though is I just don't know if this horse is good enough. I had notes that I wasn't sure this horse wanted to route in the past. Well, yeah, GSR Plus says not sure. So routed here and didn't run well. Routed here and got second off of way back. I just don't, for me, it's Scotty Longshot. So I just don't know if there's enough pace here for this 7 horse. Would be my thought process. I don't know how good this 1 horse really is. For Landeros, I'm just not sure. And then Amy C here. These horses are stepping up is the problem. We don't really know how good they are. How about the 2? Wine Humor, Santana, though, riding on the turf. Coming from way back, though. The 2's coming from way back. The 8's second Scotty pick. The 8 ran at Belmont here in this grade 3. Why not the 8? The 8 could get a really good trip for Jose Ortiz off the speed. I just don't know how fast they're going to go, Cindy, because the 5 and 9 look to be – the 3's going to be close. Not the 3. The 8's going to be close. But the 10. Manny. What happened here? Horse was 4th and then all of a sudden was 7th and then closed to get 2nd. That's kind of weird. I personally, I think the 8's going to get a really good trip. Would be my thought process. Gonna, I think, be fairly close. I don't think the pace is going to be super, super fast. Was wide here, couldn't kind of finish. That's a nice 82 race. I think the 8's dangerous. My pick. What's the morning line on the 8 Stu? 5-1. Yeah, I think Jouster could seriously wire with Saez, even though the 9 might show a little speed. I think the 8's going to get a good trip. I don't know if we're going to see like a dead closer here, like within Toby's heart. I think that this horse might be coming from far out of it. I think the same with Fluffy Socks, probably going to be coming from far out of it. With Rosario. Manny on the 10's probably going to be kind of close. Was wide and closed well in the stakes race. The 76 can for sure improve. I don't know. Just the 3, K. Reed. I just don't know. I mean, you get Joel. Didn't he have a good day yesterday? I mean, when you look back here, won a nice 64 stakes at Pimlico, missed in a 70 going 2 furlongs on soft ground. Coming from late, though, if you think there's a good pace set up and they're going to go fairly quick, the 9 with the 5, then, yeah, I guess the 3 or 7 could come. For sure. I personally like the 5 and 8. The top 2 Scotty picks would be my guess. Yeah, that would be good, K. Reed. I can't watch it now, but you could watch that. Were they all together? Well, did they race in the same race? Yeah, good luck, Cindy. I hope your 2 or 5 win. K. Reed, what? I don't see that they raced together. Where did they race together? Keeneland, maybe? Oh. Yeah, you could. 6-3. That looks like a tough race in 82. All right. Let's did somebody want to look at the last race too? Oh, is the 1 a single? The dual entry, Justin? Thrill and Miss Domina. Gaffleon on the 1 and Saez on the 1A. Ah, my brother, he logged in. You're in the car, dude.
Hey, what's up, Justin?
I was chatting today at the moment. I was just about to get to tomorrow. You headed home?
Yeah. We just left the golf course. We had a 2.5-hour rain delay. And so we didn't tee off till like 11 o'clock, and it was kind of slow, and it's wet out there. So we're done now, and now I'm heading back to turn on Saratoga and chat with you, buddy.
Sweet. How much time you got till you make it home?
I'm probably home in about 25 minutes or so, but I'm good. Timing just didn't work out today with the rain. How's it going?
It's good. We just talked the Lake George. Do you have any comments on the Lake George today? Did you look at that race?
Yeah, that's a tough one, dude. There's about 6 horses that I felt like had a really good chance. Chad's got a few in there. I know Irad's on Amy C and Joel's on Fluffy Socks. If the turf was firm, I would really like the 3 at 10-1. But with the turf is good, I think you got to look at the Ortiz brothers. But, Joel can work some magical things there. Here's the question. Is anybody going to go with Jouster? And can they run down Jouster? And
that's what I was talking about. Yeah. I mean, maybe Navratilova, but I think Saez could still set fairly slow fractions.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I think so. And, he's been going gate to wire a lot recently on the turf. And so I'm going to try to watch some replays of the first few races at Saratoga. Do we know if they're winning on the front end or if they're coming from the back of the pack? I haven't seen any yet today.
I haven't watched any, so the viewers would have to help. John said you need to watch the road.
Oh yeah, we're good. this new car like drives for me. Oh.
Well, cool. Yeah, just you log on. Maybe what I'll do is, did you look yet at Saratoga for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, did you look early or late?
I went late pick 5.
Okay, well, good. So I don't know if you can definitely hang on and we can just chat it up, or if you want to log off and get back on when you get home. And I can talk early now if you want me to do that. You tell me whatever you want to do.
Sure. Yeah, if you want to chat, let's see here. I'll probably be home around 4 o'clock, I'm thinking, maybe a hair before.
Okay.
And so, yeah, if you want to chat, I'll try to stay on the audio. I might lose you going through some bad cell service, but I'll try to get on to see if you guys are still alive, and maybe we can go through the late pick 5 quick.
Oh, good. Cindy won. Did the 2 win you all? Oh, the 5 won. Nice.
I'm not surprised.
No, that was it must have been early pick 5 that she had the 2 and 5.
Good stuff. Good. Yeah, well, I'm gonna turn off the video and drive here. I'm gonna stay on the audio, so I'll chime in every once in a while.
All right, y'all. Well, congrats, Cindy. That's awesome. Was it a good payday, Cindy? Man, there's a lot of tracks on fire. So I'll cover early here, and then Brady will join us in a little bit, and we'll talk late. I thought the early pick 5 was a little bit tough. You know what I should do is we can determine for this ticket that I'm going to give away whether it's early or late for tomorrow. Wow, maybe it'll be Delmar. I'll post it out. $1,100. Nice. Good job, Cindy. So tomorrow, first race, Saratoga. I think this early pick 5 was kind of tough. 40,000 claimer to start. Top GSR is the 5 by a mile, 79. Has been racing on dirt, but not going this long. 8 furlongs year 1 and a 46. Now stepping up to be a 56 though. Joel. This 5 I think could be dangerous. I also like the 2. We were just talking about the 2. I thought the 2 here, Scotty Longshot, was interesting as well. Could sit like a really good trip. I think this was Jose. Yeah, Jose for Mike Maker. Ran in a 52 in the slop here, and then a 56. System like...
Yeah, Maker won a race earlier today. Him and Irad teamed up.
Oh, did they?
I think he's starting to fire again.
Yeah,
they teamed up. I think it was a turf sprint. He had the outside post. Irad, they went off at even money, so I think the word was kind of out on that horse.
Yeah, and then you have Saya Ashar. We've talked about that horse a lot. Has raced. I remember talking to Oaklawn and Gulfstream, and then, he's just not ran well. But both these races were in the slop at Monmouth Park, so you could toss those. Burned a lot of money, though. I mean, I think the thing here, though, this horse is getting a little bit of class relief. I mean, is this horse the first time in the claiming ranks? So, Cindy, your ticket was $16 and returned $1,100. That's pretty amazing. You should have played that a couple times. That's a nice ticket. Good ticket construction. The 4 morning line likes Manny Franco. Maybe could show some speed. This is a tough first race, I thought. The problem with the 4 is, look how easy. I mean, a 32 SOR. raced in a 54 and didn't run and wins a 32 and now comes back and is supposed to win in a 56. That's going to be tough. System had the 1 as Irad. Been facing way tougher and then ran in this 58 in the slop. I could see the 1. It was off a big layoff, though. Second off the layoff here. Probably a tendon. That's a huge layoff. You know, I'd probably, for me, I'd like the 2 and 5 here in the first tomorrow at Saratoga. That was kind of where I landed. Although I thought that the 6 could be interesting. The 7, the favorite? Yeah, and the top Scotty. Gaffleone for James Jerkins. Yeah, the thing here is you don't really know. I mean, broke his maiden in a 46. Was it okay? Maiden special. I had a note on, and then didn't. Was way too tough an allowance race. So obviously gets the right spot here. I'd probably go with the system and add the 5 would be my perspective in the first race. We'll lock that. Move on. The second race, so on the turf, maiden special. You know, this Chad Brown has all the. Brady. We were just talking about how in the Wake George he has 4 horses. He has a ton of horses. I noticed, like on Saturday, every race I looked in, he's got a couple horses. So he has, in the second race on the turf for maiden special, he has the 2 and 3. Both the Ortiz brothers are riding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he's loading up, and you know, Chad saves everything for Saratoga. But knowing which Chad. I mean, for instance, Fluffy Socks is 10-1, and he has every right to. I mean, he had one bad race on a good turf, I think, last time out. So, I mean, do what you want with it, but I believe the horse came over from Ireland, didn't he? I don't believe the horse was bred here. I could be wrong, but he won at Del Mar. So
Fluffy Socks did?
But Yeah. Fluffy Socks won at Del Mar the same day that, or that same week that Domestic Spending was out there. 3 back at Del Mar. And there was an inquiry because Irad was shoving and finally forced some room, but he was much the best in the end. And so this horse's turn of foot, and with Rosario up, this horse likes to be towards the back of the pack. I think with the rider change, Fluffy Socks could be more dangerous. I really do. And I know I'm not the biggest Rosario fan right now, but you know, I was watching replays of Amy C, the 6 at 9-2 that Irad's riding. And, you know, we've got to always assume that Irad's on the best Chad, but sometimes he's not. I just don't think that the turn of foot that Amy C has is comparable to Fluffy Socks. And so, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I think that if you wanted to box 3 horses, I'm probably going to go 3, 5, 6 in the try in that race.
I thought that Jose on the other Chad was interesting just because should get a good trip and has raced really well on even a good ground and a firm ground. So I think it's not really going to matter. And I think is going to be sitting close. And if there's any type of speed, the 8 could get a really good trip, and not have to come flying, from late and just be able in it. And if not, should still get a good trip. CP or in what CP? What are you in for?
He's in.
He's in for something. Maybe my free ticket. Yeah. My free ticket. I think that's what it might be. I started writing everybody's names down so that I can draw these out of a hat, Brady, towards the end of the show.
This is great. I'm able to get EquinEdge up on the screen in the car.
Well, can you see tomorrow? Second race tomorrow. 10-4. Okay. I got you on the list. I this second race at Saratoga tomorrow, this maiden special is 100,000, great purse. You have Irad on the 3 and Jose on the 2. Both Chad horses. Not supposed to say them, but that's okay. The 3 second off the layoff. The 2 first off the layoff. The 1's first time starter, Scotty Longshot. 2% though. That's tough.
Dude, I think I'm about golfed out.
You've been playing a lot. You've been playing a lot of golf. What happened today? Did you win, or what were you playing today?
So this is a member guest at one of the country clubs here locally, and I play with one of my customers. And we shot 62 in the practice round, and of course, it's the practice round. And we came out yesterday, shot 71, shot 68 today. So we're in the mix, but man, it's rough. I'm playing way too much golf right now.
So what happened in the tournament? We didn't even get to debrief on the show. What happened? Weren't you in a tournament last weekend?
Yeah, I was in the club championship, and get this. So I've won it 3 times now at my home club, and the guy that won isn't even a member. And so we were kind of like, what the we were kind of like, what the heck? Like, why is this guy allowed to play? He's not even a member, and he doesn't live in our city. And so, the guy could have at least joined a membership if he wants to play in the club championship. Yeah, he's a really good golfer. Don't get me wrong, but, it's kind of unfortunate. But I got second. I played well. I had my grandpa caddy for me. And, yes, I did throw a club, and it was caught on video and posted all over Twitter. So
You did? I didn't even see this.
Oh, dude, I'll send it to you. Yeah. So
how did I miss this?
Our golf course has a Twitter account, and the head pro goes around and takes videos of people in action. And I hit a chip shot, and I kind of flubbed it, and I just freaking tossed the club right into the ground. It was a great toss. But yeah, it was unfortunate. I got to play, tomorrow, and then I've got a golf outing on Monday, and then I've got another member guest next weekend. And then I'm like, all right, no more golf till October.
Dude, and then we're going to be in Del Mar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Whitney weekend. It's like August 6th and 7th.
Man, I'm so excited. It's going to be such great racing. That's 2 weeks from today.
Yes. I'll tell you what.
You get in on Thursday. I get in on Friday. I think you get in on Thursday, right?
Yes, that's correct. And Del Mar's been tough, man. I've been watching the races. I've only placed one bet at Del Mar all meet, and that was on a 7-2 flogging horse on the turf. But other than that, I've just been trying to watch Del Mar and really try to get a feel for it because, dude, all these trainers that are shipping in, it's a way different racetrack than Santa Anita. Oh, I can toss a club. You just have to know how to throw them properly. You have to throw them helicopter style so they don't break. If you really want to break one, you tomahawk it.
I don't understand how this guy won the tournament, though, if he wasn't even part of the member club or anything. How is that even possible?
So his father owns a business that's in a neighboring town, and so I don't know. Maybe somebody sweetened the deal. Who knows? But it is what it is.
Well, doesn't he need to join the club now? I mean, if he wins, he should have to join the club.
Yeah. So they give away a free membership for the year if you win the club championship. So now he's got a free membership as well. I feel like it's kind of like getting killed by takeout.
How does that even work? He gets to enter, and then that's how he gets his free club membership. Like that was probably his plan all along.
Exactly. Yeah, and they were struggling to find guys to play. It was just a bad weekend. A lot of people had plans, and they didn't really advertise the tournament. So we had about 12 guys in our championship flight, and so they were trying to recruit as many people as they could, and that's just kind of got the short end of the stick. I mean, he's a super good golfer. He's an insurance salesman, so of course he plays golf all the time. I think I'm the insurance guy that plays the least amount of golf, believe it or not.
How is that possible? Like like maybe you just played too much.
When I get playing too much, my back starts hurting, and I don't know. I get into a groove where I can't get out. But It's fun. It's great. You know, it's kind of. I'd rather go to the track than go to the golf course. 10 times out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I play a little bit of golf. It's a tough game though. It's frustrating. That like obviously we throw clubs. I've thrown my club before.
Yeah. And in this invitational I'm playing in right now, two of the guys have played in PGA Tour events that are in the invitational, and so they're solid. We played with one guy that played at Fresno State, and then he was on tour for a little while, and I mean he just bombs it. I mean I hit it, you know, pretty good. He was hitting it 30, 40 past me off the tee.
Wow.
And so it's, you know, when he's got a little flip wedge in and I'm hitting a 6-iron, it makes a difference.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, Saratoga race 2. I think that the 3-horse, so enchanting. These 2-year-old races were really nice that she ran in. And then she came back as a 3-year-old here and ran at Belmont. Tough post, though. Was in the 9 post. Burned a ton of money, though. I mean, look at it. This horse has been the favorite in all 3 races, you guys. In race 2 tomorrow. And can't win. The 2 comes off the big layoff for Chad. These are both Chad horses. The 2 and 3 in race 2. Where it looks to be working fine. Consistent. Like, Chad has her ready. That was a nice main special weight. 56 SOR. Just missed here as a first-time starter. I mean, the 2's the top Scotty pick. 2 or 3. I thought the 2 or 3 could be tough here. The 1 was Scotty Longshot, first-time starter. John asked Brady if you play in the amateur USGA. He might, John. He might. Oh,
I did at one point. Yeah, I played in the USAM. Okay, can you guys hear me now?
yeah, you're good. I can hear.
Yeah. I played in the USAM back in 2011. It was up at Erin Hills in Wisconsin where they had the US Open a few years ago when Koepka won. And I actually played my practice round with Justin Thomas, who's on tour now. And I had no idea he was going to be as good as what he ended up being. And our careers took 2 different paths, unfortunately. I don't still play, though. I don't play in those tournaments anymore. I'd like to, but, you know, between work and seeing family and friends and horse racing, you know, I kind of pick and choose my battles, and I don't know if I'm good enough anymore.
Well, you still get out there.
Yeah.
Well, in this second race, I thought the 2 and 3 could be tough for Chad. The only other, I thought Lady Valentine, the 5-horse, was really interesting for Saez. You know, first time turf. She definitely wants the turf. Wants to go 2 churns. I think that this horse could show some speed potentially too. I think that's why you see Saez up for Fletcher here. And I didn't see much speed in this race. So I thought that for sure the 5 was interesting. So for me, I'd almost even go 2-5, but I would go 2-3-5 there. I don't know about the 1. I mean, it's Scotty Longshot, first time starter. I think we might need some coverage in some other legs here, though. In race 3, this was the kind of big winner, low bottom level claimer, you know, wide open race on the dirt, going 6.5. I mean, look at these morning lines. I mean, everybody's like 3-1 or 4-1. Down here, they're obviously not, but yeah, I think, Gary, I think that's our late pick 5 for today. So, Cindy, who did you in the 9th? Oh, so you have the 7. Is that the 7 and 10 in the Lake George? Is that what you decided on? I think the 10 was interesting. 10 was the Manny horse, right? But for tomorrow, oh, now Cindy, you're gonna play some Woodbine. I think here this third race, the 237, the Scotty picks, the 5. I thought this is for sure could be the Scotty picks. You know, the 5, 1 in a 58 last out, has some speed. Castellano. The system likes the 6 as well. I mean, 1 in a 64 here ran well in a 58. That was in the slot here. The 6 is interesting too. Chad Summers. What's Chad Summers been up to, Brady? That's the first time I've seen that guy's name in a while. What's that horse he did? What was that horse that
he usually wins it?
Does he?
Mind your biscuits.
Oh, that was the horse.
That horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a nice horse.
He got Breeders' Cup miler, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. This 3 horse has just burned a ton of money for Diodoro. I mean, a 58, a 54, a 52, a 54, a 64. Maybe I don't really like the 3. Morning Line does, though. How's this horse never gone? Oh, it's cutting back. Horse has never gone 6.5. Racing at Delta Downs and Sam Houston. Wow. The 2's top Scotty pick. Only 10% though. Consistent. Sias for Noda, Brady. You know, Brady, yesterday I singled a Noda horse.
How did it do?
It ran 3rd.
Yeah,
I played
it's like a coin flip with them.
I played the pick 5. Rosario was riding, and that was the right race to single. I threw out the horse that won, so that wasn't. I just didn't like it. So I was narrowed down to 2 horses, and wouldn't have mattered though, because the horse I didn't like still ended up winning. But yeah, it was Rosario for Noda.
You can get their morning line at like 8 to 12 to 1, and if you can single them in like a pick 3 or pick 4 or pick 5, and they open up at like 2 to 1, then you know. Because these connections bet like crazy when their horses are live. And so it's always hard to start a pick 5 or a pick 4 with a live, kind of long shot. And if you can get them in that second or third leg where they kind of sneak in there, where unless you know the horse is live, everybody else is like, okay, this horse is 10 to 12 to 1, probably going to look at it maybe 4th or 5th on my list. So that's really where you can make a score. I think I used that one yesterday too. I didn't play much yesterday, but I had a couple of little pick 3s going, and I haven't put anything in today yet. I was just kind of waiting to see. I think I'm going to bet that turf race though, the stakes of the day.
The Lake George.
Yeah.
Well, in this 3rd, I like the 2. The 6. What was the 5? Yeah, the 5 could improve here. Still, the 5's lightly raced compared to some of these. The 2 and 6 are the big winners. Old timers, though. 7-year-old, and the 6 is a 6-year-old. The 4.
Okay, incoming ticket.
You're getting
Alec. I just got an incoming ticket from a viewer, Alec. He's the golfer. That's the guy you need to get golf lessons from.
Wait, what did he give you a ticket for?
He gave me a pick 5, $18 ticket. He's going 6-7 here in the.
Oh, we lost you. Can't hear you.
That's his single.
Who is his single?
Oh.
You're cutting out. Can you hear me? Well, we lost Brady. Well, we'll stay on tomorrow then. So I need to stay on task for a while. Stop getting thrown off. I think that I like these old timers in this race here. I think the 2 is going to be dangerous, and I think the 6 is, getting a bit of a class relief and has been running well. Been running a ton, though. And then the 7? No, Scotty Long Shot, yeah. I mean, ran in a 68 here, didn't run, but ran in a 62 back here. This is just who's going to show up and win. The 3? 3 could improve. Burned a lot of money, though. Nah, I don't like the 3. Morning Line does, but second Scotty probably beat me. That's usually what happens. The 5. The 5's top win percent. Yeah, I would go 2, 5, 6, 7 here. Gonna have to find a single here somewhere. What's the last race? Oh, Malathat. Well, I guess. Okay. I thought that the 2 and 5 here in race 4. I was taking a bit of a stand. With vodka, I've bet this horse a ton. From Maker, Rosario's riding. I just don't know if I see this horse sprinting. I mean, didn't win in a 56 here going 6 furlongs. At 7 furlongs, did win in a 44. I mean, a 44, and then couldn't win in a 56 at 7. I thought the 2 and 5 would get a great trip. I think the 3, 4, and 10 are all going to show speed, and the 2 and 5 could get a good trip. Oh, and then could try to upset Malathat with Clariere, I guess, or just single Malathat. What do you guys think? Is Malathat just an easy single here? I mean, I watched the Kentucky Oaks again. I mean, she's 5 and 5 for 5. And Clariere was in this race, and then Clariere came back in the mother goose and just stumbled, was wide, and couldn't get up. But she had a good post and tried to come from behind. And Churchill, there's like no speed here, though. I just don't really understand how Malathat's, there's just nobody to go with her. I mean, she should just kind of get up or be close. I don't know who's going to the front. I mean, the 3, I mean, romped here at Indiana Grand in a 54, but now is going to be jumping up rock, paper, scissors in this 86. And I mean, she's a nice horse. That was off the layoff and just romped. I just think this is too tough. So I would play something like that. Maybe if you cut the ticket in half and you want a single Malathat, you just single one of these horses. I don't think there's enough value there to. Yeah, Keith, they're supposed to have great weather. So did Clariere have a good wet GSR? Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Could she turn the tables on Malathat? I mean, I thought she was a nice horse. I bet her in the Oaks. I was against Malathat. But I just don't know how she did you guys see set 97 GSR? I mean, Curlin for Dreaming of Julia. I mean, those are just crazy numbers. And she wants to go long all day, and there's like no speed. I just got a nice little rest, been working well for Fletcher. Like, I just don't see how anybody's probably going to beat her. Hey, was it Gus Gill? Yeah, Keith. I mean, that's crazy. I'd probably just play $60 and single her. I'd probably play a daily double. I just don't. I don't know if Clarier can turn the tables. I would love to see her upset. I mean, again, I bet Clarier against her in the Oaks. She had no shot really here after the stumble and was wide. She could improve. I mean, Irad, I guess, could give her a good ride. I don't know. I think just Malathat's probably going to be on the front end and kind of just dictate what occurs here. Would be my guess. All right. That's what I would play. So we're not going to play this for this ticket giveaway thing because I think we maybe have a better opportunity late. So welcome, Gus. Brady should be joining us in 5. I think he was getting close to home. So we'll play him and I will cover this late pick 5 once he jumps on. Do you want me to cover anything else for today? Saratoga 6th. Should we look at this race real quick? They still I like these. Oh, Kentucky Ghost was in that race. Where'd everybody go? Is this race still on the turf, y'all? 12 furlongs? Why so many scratches? Did they pull it off the turf? The 10 Scotty Longshot wants to go long. 1 and a 64 here. Irad for Maker. How about this 5? Hey, Sam. Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Sai is on the 5 going to send. Is there any speed in here? Sai is sending the 5. Oh, they're running? Y'all have to let me know what happens. We can't pull it up. I guess I could pull it up on my phone. I like the 510 here. I mean, I didn't look at a couple other horses, but did the 5 get the lead? Oh, the 3 got the lead, huh? Yeah, I see that, Jim. The 5's getting a great trip, though, at 11-1. Five's done, though. Where's the 10? It's the 10 coming, huh? It's at the 5, it looks like, on the outside. I think the 5's done, though. 10's getting a good trip. The 5 is trying so hard, y'all. Oh, it's going to be close. Look at this 7 flying. Oh, the 7 just got up. Wow. Second, Scotty. All right. Let's get back to tomorrow. Brady should be joining us any moment. What time is it? He said 1, so race 7. Yeah, that 7 just came flying late. Who was on the 7? Joel or Irad? I saw it was the second Scotty pick. The 7 almost fell. Well, that was Cindy's single. Nicely done. Well, you had the 2, Justin. The 2 just missed, huh? That 5 ran a good race, but couldn't. I don't think the 5 really wanted that. Joel was on the 7. Yeah. He always comes flying late, huh? Coming flying from the back. What else you guys want to? You want to cover something else as we wait? We'll wait for Brady to start this pick 5. Ellis, Belterra. Probably no Belterra. Oh, they're on the turf though. Non-graded stakes. Yeah, here. Let's look at this. We'll wait for Brady and we'll cover this Belterra race. This 4. 60 SOR, 1 and a 64 on the dirt. Back here on the turf, 1 and a 66. Spa late pick 4. All right. We'll do it. Yeah, he's missing in action. He said he would be home about 1 though. 1 Pacific, which is 1:03. So I think he'll be here any minute. He probably had to get situated from coming off the golf course. Wow. This 4 and 6 are both 2-1. Cindy, what did you have in your pick 5 here? Is the dirt wet? Is it sloppy or what's the deal with the dirt? I should have looked. I just had it on. The 4 for sure. Safi with Irad. I mean, toss this race here, I would say. Right? 68. Now dropping to a 48. This is a huge drop. It's fast, James. Okay, that's good to know.
Maybe why.
So the 4 for sure has speed. Should speed on dirt and on turf. Just did not run here. Yeah, I think you're right, Keith, on Joel. The 6 has been just facing way easier. Asmussen for Santana. 2-1. The 6 is the favorite. But he has just been facing weak horses. The 8. 8's got speed here, eh? Cutting back. Well, that was tougher in 56. Ran at 54 at Parks. Showed speed here. Finger Lakes and 44. I don't really love this 8. Saya's, though, on the front end. How about the 1 on the rail? Well, I was going to look at Belterra race. Oh, race 7? Was it some bombers? Why is there so many 1s? 1A, 1B, and 1Y? Timothy Ham was running all 4 of these horses? That's just crazy. So what, did they all split this purse money here? I mean, this is just nuts. Are these all WinStar Farm? Win Blaze. 2 Win Blaze horses and a WinStar Farm. Two WinStar Farms and a Win Blaze. I don't even know who Win Blaze is. That's just crazy. Why you run Ford? I never seen such a thing. I didn't even know you could do that. I don't know how it's possible. You know, the 8-horse Keith, or the 4-horse Keith in this 8th race. I mean, I was going to look at that for a second then. But I think that the 4 obviously looked tough. The 2 and 12, the Morning Line likes. Morning Line doesn't like the 8. I mean, what I would do is just get rid of these. I would even get rid of this. I mean, the 8 might be able to finish second. But the 4 looks tough. Can the 2... So the 2 gets over to turf. You know, the 2 is interesting. Without even looking at anything. But look here. Dominated in a 46 on the turf for the first time on turf. That was the second time on turf. Yeah, I've talked to... I mean, look here. Ran in a 60. Routing at Thistle. But the 2 wants the turf. Look at that. 8.5 to 9 furlongs. Why not a 4-2 exacta? 12's taking money. That's a tough post, I would guess, though. 12 never been on the turf. Oh, it's been on the turf twice. Not in a long time, though. I think, you know, so can the 3 run? The 3 back here ran in a 58 at Belterra a year ago, almost to the day. In this same race, the Buckeye native ran 4th at big odds and is big odds again. The 3's going to hit the board, I bet. I don't like the 6 at all, or the 1. No, the 1's got a long shot. The 1, I guess, good. The 10 for 3rd. I think the 3 is going to get 3rd. It's empty. Me too, right? Disrupting what's going on. Did this race go off yet? I was going to turn it on. I think the 3 hits the board. The 2 is... The 2 is dangerous here, I think, you guys. Danefield. Firm turf course. 2's going to show speed. 4 is going to show some speed. I think this 3 horse at 35-1 is crazy. I think the 3 could for sure hit in the trifecta. Maybe you could play like a 1-2-4-12, 1-2-4-12 with the 3 in third and mess with some other stuff. Maybe wheel the 3 through the try. That's probably what I would do. Let me see if I can. 1, 2, 4. What did I say? 12. Put the 3. I don't think I'll get this in time. 1, 2, 4, 12. I think though the 3 could for sure hit the board. Oh, they went off. I didn't get it in time. That's a pretty big bomber. 40-1. Yeah, I missed it, Keith. I think the 3 though. I was gonna do like a win place or something. The 2 went to the front, right? Yeah, that was to be expected. Wow, the 2 ended up going off at 5-2. The 2 must have taken a ton of money. I think that isn't the 3 the gray horse? Is that the 3 on the inside there? Oh yeah, kind of sitting off the speed. Yeah, the 2 got to the front there. The 4's hung wide. I wouldn't like that if I had the 4 at the moment. The 4 could be tough, but I wouldn't like that being hung out wide there. Well, the 3 bet down to 25-1. The 4 is kind of struggling, eh? The 2 might look at this 3 horse, y'all. Got a really good trip. The 4 gonna get up. 2-4. Who's coming on the rail there? Yeah, look at the 2 wired. Look who came in third. 2-4-3. Yeah, nice. The try, that's going to pay nice with the try because you're going to get the 29-1 shot in there. I mean, and you beat the 4, which is nice with the 2. That's a nice little, that'll be a nice little try though. Won't pay huge, but you'll at least you'll get some value with the 3 horse hitting the board like that. Yeah, nice, Cindy. 2-4-3-10. Yeah. I didn't like that 10, but oh, the 10 was the see, the 3 was the value there for third. Mike, you had the 3 for the show. Nice. Okay. Oh, it came 2-4-3-10. That's what you were saying, Cindy. Did you play the super? Did anybody play the super with the 10? That super would be nice. The 10 was 50-1. Well, Keith, you got back $12 for $1? Really? With the 2-4? That's crazy. I mean, those were even money, or 2-1 over. To get back $12 would be huge. Or did you bet $12 on it? My brother, you're back.
Hey, Justin. Oh man, took forever.
We just hit the exacta and try at Belterra Park.
Oh, dude. Some guy at the course today says he lives in Cincinnati and goes to Belterra Park all the time. Coincidence?
Really? That's funny.
Yeah. Nice. What did it pay?
Maybe in a little bit.
I don't know yet. It's not showing up yet. The three ended up being 29-1, and we were saying it could get up and probably hit the board, and it did. And then the 2 ended up beating the favorite, kind of the speed, and just went wire to wire, and it came 2-4-3.
I saw that the chalk one at Saratoga, Joel Maker, got up by a length or so. No fun there. Okay, just pulling up the races for tomorrow. How far did you guys get on Saratoga?
So I did the early pick 5. Do you think Malathaat's gonna beat Clairiere? Did Clairiere change the tables? I just don't know. There's no pace there or anything. I think Malathaat just. I had Clairiere in the Oaks. Like, I liked Clairiere over Malathaat, and I just don't know if she can churn the tables.
Yeah, if Clairiere can't even keep up with Travel Column at this point, I just don't see her beating Malathaat. It's only like a 4 or 5 horse field. It's short
4.
field.
There's only 4 horses.
Oh,
yeah.
And controlling speed, yeah. Malathaat's gone, unfortunately. Probably going to be 1-2.
Yeah, I think EquinEdge has her at 1-5. So no, I just looked at the early pick 5, and then I was just hanging out, and we looked at Belterra Park and
hitting exactas at Belterra. There you go. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what this paid. Viewers, can you see what the try pay? Did they take forever to post the payouts or something? I mean, this race ended like 3-4 minutes ago, and they still haven't posted. Nah, we can move on. All right, we want to look late?
Let's look late, yeah. I saw a couple angles in the first leg of the late pick 5 for tomorrow at Spa, and it's ones where the algorithm kind of is all lining up together to toss a horse that is probably going to get played because of its name, its connections, and its history. And that's the 7 Calibrate. This horse has not won since he broke his maiden on his first ever career start at Saratoga.
Oh, I lost you.
I should be back. Yeah, this horse,
you're back.
Terrible GSR going on the turf. I mean, it's a 46, and this is first-time turf for this horse that Asmussen tried to get on the Derby Trail. I mean, he was in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and got his butt kicked by Essential Quality and stablemate Jackie's Warrior. This is no thanks. 6-1. I mean, 46 GSR. All these other horses are in the 60s and 70s. I'm looking elsewhere. I actually hit the no button on Calibrate. Who I think is going to be the favorite, I think, is the top Scotty Pick Space Launch. Kind of ironic with everything that's going on in aerospace right now the last couple of weeks. Maybe is this Jeff Bezos or Richard Branson's? I don't know. If it was me, I'd rather do the Richard Branson. I don't want to go up to space in this whatever rocket they were in. I mean, they were only up there for like 3 minutes. I want to go in a fighter jet like Branson did. And I want to go like another 100 miles higher. But this just seems like the right spot for this 11. And Clement and Rosario got the double done yesterday. And so I think that this is definitely going to be the horse to beat. On paper, this horse comes out of the toughest races, has the second highest GSR, third highest GSR that we're looking at. 25% win, EE morning lines 9-5. The SOR speaks to me about who this horse has faced, and he's ran respectable with or without Lasix. And so I just think that if you look at the SOR average for this race, it's 10 points less than the average SOR for Space Launch. And so I didn't think that he was like a single, but I felt like at 7-2, you've got some good possibilities if you do want to single in some tickets. The other horses that I definitely took a look at, one of them was the 4 Hombre here, coming out a little bit weaker, but is coming off of a maiden victory. And Dylan Davis, ever since his injury, is really starting to ride well again. And so I thought the 4 is a horse I think he's going to be a little bit higher than 9-2. I think you're probably going to get 7 or 8-1 on this horse. But, just kind of everything adding up. I like taking horses off of a winning performance. I know a lot of times horses don't come back to win more than like about 12% after they break a maiden. But I'll take a horse that's on the improve over a horse that we know what we're going to get day in and day out, because a lot of that could be overlooked. I did like the 6 Mirror Mission as well. This is a gelding. And Jose Lezcano, who, ending the Belmont meet, was one of the best turf jockeys. It's still one of the best turf jockeys in America. And so let's see here. Other than the 6, I tossed the 7. So I pretty much went 4, 6, 11. Just for my first leg. And I think we can get a little skinny later on in the ticket. So we'll just have to see kind of how it plays out and everything.
I like the 6 and 11. The only other horses I looked at were the 10 and 12. And I thought, the 10 was interesting to me as a bomber here for Jose, for Shug. From the main perspective of like coming from Indiana Grand and shipping into Saratoga here. And I did not think this was like a really tough allowance race. And obviously they think a lot of this, of him, like 3-year-old colt shipping in here, going to be a bomber, and is 11%, like third highest win percent. Like, and then Irad was on the 12 for Fletcher. The problem here is the post. So that's, these 3 horses are all on the outside posts. And I just didn't, the 12. See, with the 10, the only thing I think here is, Brooks Maiden, can it come back and win? This was an easy race in a 42. But to bring this horse down from Indiana Grand over from Indiana Grand to Saratoga, it will be interesting. And Jim, I'm not, what you were asking, what happened with what? Maybe if you're asking about Belterra Park, we'll recap in a second. But, yeah, I'm with you. I didn't like the 4. I mean, his second win percent. Morning Line was like twice as much. And then I kind of looked at this maiden special race and just didn't love. And it was on a yielding track. And I'm like, maybe the horse really just loved the turf. This was a tough maiden, though, in a 60. So I could see why you liked the 4. But I was 6 and 11. You want to add the 4?
I think we might be able to afford it on an $80 ticket. I would agree 6 and 11 are probably 2 of the top priorities.
All right. Oh, you lost the live feed. You didn't miss anything. We were playing Belterra Park and we hit the exacta and try. Keith, you said the try paid $58 for 50 cents? Nah, I got shut out, Brady. We went to Belterra and I'm trying to get on my phone but I got shut out, so I didn't get a chance to play it. That's nice though. $58 for 50 cents. The 5,
not bad.
Guys, Cindy, the 5 at Saratoga? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, the Scotty Long shot. We can look at 2%er Alvarado for Antonio Sano. Meaning a 56 here. Firm, missed.
I agree with Cindy about not a fan of Gulfstream horses coming up north. I'm a huge fan of New York horses shipping anywhere out of New York. But I'm, the reason is that the Gulfstream surface is so different than what they're running on up here, and also the class level. And so you've got a couple of different factors there. And
Yeah.
with the 5, I had actually tossed him off, 20-1 EE morning line. When I'm fast handicapping, I will always go through and any 1 or 2% horses, I'll take a look. If they're double-digit EE morning line odds, that's the two things I look at when I'm really fast handicapping. And really, Sano, he wins at like, 10%? And so he's not really a threat up here. He just doesn't win these kind of races.
All right, let's go to leg 2. 4, 6, 11 in the first. What do you think here in the? This is main special on the turf in leg 2. Probably some Chad Brown horses. Yep, right. 2 Chad Browns.
Yeah. 2 Chads, and so 2 Chad or to leave Chad off. I felt like I didn't have enough confidence in either one of the Chads to single one over the other. I feel like this is the time where if you chose one, you'd be kicking yourself. So here's the hard thing about multi-race wagering is if Chad's got 2 and they look good, using both of them and including more horses. And so I did look at the 2 as well. This is the Shug horse, Baby Blythe. I think that she had some trip trouble last time out in her maiden and still finished 3rd, had some run late. I mean, came back from, it looks like at first call she was 5 lengths back. Second call was 9 lengths back and finished just a 1 horse length off of the win and got pinched. And so this horse was on her heels. And so I think that the 2 has some upside. What I don't know is, okay, Chad's got these horses, in their 3rd start for the 3 and 4th start for the 1. And the 1 has been super close. I just think that I'm going 1, 2, 3 here, and it might be taking the lowest prices because I can't decide between the 2 horses. I don't know if the 1's better than the 3 or vice versa. If you were, saying, Brady, your life depends on picking one of these horses, I'm probably going to pick the 3 over the 1. But, this one was hard for me as well. So I went 3 deep. I went 1, 2, 3.
And I could see that. I like the 5. Jonathan Thomas, Manny Franco here.
Okay.
And didn't have a great start here and is now stretching out, wants to go long. Comes off a really good work here, it looks like. I mean, from a bullet work perspective, his first start is the 3-year-old. But I didn't love the 1, 2, and 3. I mean, I think I could see any of them winning, but from a price perspective, I like the 5. Would you say the 2? Oh, the 2's top GSR had tough start. The 2's interesting. I mean, was wide here, clipped heels, pinched. I mean, Rosario for McGahee. It's kind of like, I just find it hard. Like the 1 hit the gate, missed. That was first time Lasix here, missed. I mean, the 1, the 3. I don't know. If you spread here, it's tough because then you're going to get the chalk or what's going to happen? You like the 2, Sam? I just feel like if I'm adding 3 horses, I got to add a price somewhere. And I think the 5 is the price, which is what I would say. But, I think that the 1, 2, or 3 can win. I just think that the 5 even has a shot here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a tough one. If you can find the single there. I mean, I thought the 2, because of the trip trouble, I mean, maybe this is the one where you beat the Chads because the 1 is not a proven winner yet. Obviously, we're still in the maiden company. And, the 3, same kind of situation. The 2 is the horse that screams to me that, hey, over here, I've got an excuse. Last time out, I wasn't at my best, and I got a little traffic. And so I felt like giving the 2 a shot.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 looks nice. I mean, good GSR. Like, came out of this race was a 52. Broke 4th in a 10-horse field and just missed coming late. So, I mean, Joel's probably coming late, right? I mean, looks like that horse
nothing less.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that he just did a little bit ago, right? Wasn't that him on that 7 horse?
Yes, that's correct.
We just don't know what the pace is going to look like in this race.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And with maidens, it makes it extra tough because, you've got horses that are, still trying to figure things out. And, do we really know what these horses are? So for me, these are some Chad horses that are getting a second and third, start. Hey, it's either kind of now or never for these, at least at the maiden special weight.
Yeah, Cindy. So I think with the 4, I mean, the issue here is like, is this horse going to break? I mean, it was off slow and wide. The horse for sure can improve. I mean, she 100% good talk could improve, but it's only 1% is the problem. The system has 12-1 versus 20-1 though. But I think that I guess second start, like, why'd she not break? She looks to be working good, but she was working good even before her start in June. You still there, Brady? Your screen went black.
Yep.
Oh,
yep, we're still
okay.
here. Sorry, kind of cutting out. All right, 4 interesting. I agree, Cindy. Chad's not winning at the clip that he's used to. He's starting off a little slow. Even with this meet, it's only been going on for 2 weeks, but he's starting a little slow. And he has been slow all year. We've noticed that. He really didn't run many horses down at Gulfstream. He ran at Keeneland, okay. Keeneland's usually a pretty good meet for Chad. But, other than domestic spending, who are the Chad Brown horses? I mean, remember Villadera last year? I wonder where she's at. You got Raging Bull. Outside of, those 3, I'm just not sure who the, dominant Chad horses are. Blowout's not bad. We got Value Proposition. He's got to have more that he's going to unleash. I have a feeling, are these 2-year-olds any good? I don't know. I'd like to know soon, though, because Chad takes a lot of money. And when you see Ortiz and Chad Brown odds on, at Saratoga, you're thinking, okay, we're going to see something impressive. And he unleashed one, I think, last Saturday or Sunday, that was pretty impressive. I forget the name of him, but horse went out and went gate to wire. But yeah, hey, if Chad's cold at Saratoga, it's anyone's ball game. And in race 8 for me, it's the 2 because you're going to get 4-1 on that horse.
Let's go 1, 2, 3, 5. And if we're not, if we can't find a single, we're gonna come back and we'll come back to this race. Or if we struggle to narrow somewhere else, we can come back and cut down here. But let's
and the 2's an American Pharaoh, so I like that as well.
On the turf. Yeah, he's definitely been producing more on the turf than the dirt. The race 9 allowance for fillies on the dirt. What do you think here?
Oh, we're going to beat this 7. I'm telling you, this 7's not winning this race for a couple of reasons, and I'll get to that in a second. I really liked the 6 Caramel Swirl here. 7 Furlongs seems to hit this horse right between the eyes, and this allowance, non-winners a lifetime 1, seems to also be the perfect spot for this horse. They had high aspirations. Bill Mott sent this horse into the 8 Bells, grade 2 race. And, look at the SOR jump from a 58 up to an 82. Now we're down to a 68. And so a horse coming off of a maiden score that won by over 10 lengths goes into a grade 2. Okay, it didn't work out. Maybe we were a little bit over, exaggerating how good maybe this horse was. To me, this is probably where the horse should have ran next. But Bill Mott thought this horse was good enough to go to a grade 2. So now he's getting her back into a spot. She won by 10.5 lengths going 7 furlongs. And, it's a good post draw right in the middle. If we're just looking, I know that Scotty really likes looking at class. Scotty's not a time guy. Neither are we. But, class is everything. And from a class perspective, Caramel Swirl is towering over this field. And so I think it's a softer spot for her. I'm not singling, but I think that the 6 is going to be my top pick. And she's 5-2. I don't even look at morning line odds. I look at EE morning line and I look at SOR and GSR mainly. And so the system kind of likes the 7, but I don't like it because Castellano's riding. I mean, he's not riding aggressively. And so I see the trip that this horse wants, based off of the works and based off of how it ran in its first effort, I think that this 7 needs to be up front. But I think he's probably going to be somewhere mid-pack, and so I just don't think that this 7 horse is a standout at a short price. I really don't. I know the system likes it, but I'm taking a stand against this 7. I like the 6 a lot. I like the 5 a little bit. Linda Rice is always dangerous with this 5, and it's the Scotty long shot, so all the more reason to want to watch out. And I thought the 8, Flash Magic. So for me, I was probably going to go in some tickets 5, 6, 8, leave the 7 off, and the 10 was also a next up for me as well. The 10's kind of a question mark of how is this horse that was running at Fairgrounds and Churchill going to do against this Saratoga crowd? And I think, coming back to 7 furlongs, might be all right with this horse. Is he a sprinter or is he a route horse? I don't really think that they know yet. But I was probably going to go 5, 6, 8, option 10. What do you think?
I don't even see the 10.
Oh, sorry, 9. Yep.
Well, I'm like, where'd you find the 10 horse? I'm like, I don't even see the 10.
He's the ghost horse, yeah.
So I only got through the first 7 races when I handicapped because I covered the beginning, knowingly that we were going to cover it late. The 9 really improved there. That was a wet track. The problem with the 9, I think, it has to step up is the part that I'm not sure. The
hard thing to figure out is if the Churchill horses and the Fairgrounds ones can compete. That's the hard thing.
Mm-hmm. I agree on the Scotty Longshot. I think Asmussen and send 10 on the 8 for sure too. I mean, I think this horse is going to love 7 furlongs. I really like the 8. It looks like Jim likes the 8 too. And I get the caramel swirl angle here. I mean, cutting back, he's going to love probably 7 furlongs, like you said. I mean, to your point, went to the 8 bells. Ran 7th out of a 12-horse field. What took money as well was 5-1, essentially. Took a bit to break her maiden, but I could for sure see that she kind of pops and shows up. The 6 and 7 are going to be the favorites. I think the 8, you're going to get a really good price. I like the 8, so I'm with you. We can go 5, 6, 8.
Cool.
And then
we're on to the turf sprint. Oh.
Yeah, the Robin Sparkles. No, the Caress Stakes.
Yep. They might rename this the Robin Sparkles in a few years. This sprinter is awesome. And if you watch the last effort, they flew up front. I think she set a track record or was one off. She was really close or had the track record.
At Belmont?
So it was impressive at Belmont, yeah. And she's won at Saratoga before. The horse is versatile. If you just look at the charts, she goes out and gets the lead and does not let anybody else pass her. And there's other speed in this race, but I think a common misconception for people is handicapping a pace meltdown when these speed horses just want to keep on going. There's 5 horses in the race. Yes, Jakarta on the outside is going to want to go. The 1 looks like it's not going to keep up. The 6, even if the 6 goes, the 6 is not even close to being faster than the 2. So it's a class of speeds is what I like to call it. And then you've got the 4 and the 5 that are going to be behind, and nobody cares about the 3. Nobody. I don't care about the 3. So to me, I thought, okay, it's a 6-5 morning line, and then you got a 7-5 morning line. My opinion is I hope that the 1 doesn't scratch for some reason, and so that way you can at least get somewhat of a price on Robin Sparkles, maybe even money, maybe 4-5. I think she's a standout single. This is a horse that I'm going to be building some tickets around, and so I could see myself playing a daily double with Caramel Swirl into Robin Sparkles. I think that will probably pay, $12, $13 for $1. And maybe trying to get a little pick 3 going if I can beat the Chad Brown horses in leg 2. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I might do like a little 2-6, 2, pick 3 in those legs. But nobody's beating Robin Sparkles if she breaks.
This flower point's just gonna come flying with Joelle, right? I mean, it's just gonna depend on if there's a pace setup here for the 5.
Mhm.
And that's all it's gonna come down to. But
Yeah,
you know,
I would love this horse if the race was a little longer than 5.5. If you get to 6 furlongs or 6.5, kind of like they have at Santa Anita, I think that favors closers better. But this 5 or 5.5 turf sprint, it's almost like who breaks on top. I mean, the race comes and goes. We see it all the time at Gulfstream. But then I think Belmont's turf sprints are 6 furlongs. And so often you'll see some closers come in because just a little bit more.
Yeah, so well, that's Shug, man. Shug, yeah, I mean, she's a quick horse, huh? I mean, she's stepping up here, though. I mean, could you imagine? Did somebody claim this horse last summer at Saratoga? Can you see? She broke her maiden in a maiden claimer for 40,000.
Yeah, I can't see at this point, but yeah, I mean, look what she's done.
Yeah, she's quick. That's crazy. Like, I mean, wonder what happened in the first few races, and then because she's raced 9 times, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So she had 1 race before that, but they put her in a claiming race. That's pretty crazy. And then got put in an allowance, and then just has been on fire ever since.
Yeah, so sometimes you just drop down just to get a W, you know, and you know, a lot of times I'll see this when trainers own a horse is they'll run the horse at lower levels because they're trying to cash a check. And when you have big time owners don't care. They're just paying the bill and saying, get us in graded stakes. And so a lot of times I think you'll see some of these mid to lower level trainers that will just put a horse in a race that doesn't belong. I'll see that with Cassie a lot. He'll show up in these grade 2s, grade 3s with these horses that have no shot, or like Romans. You know, those are kind of the situations where I'm like, okay. And then you get a guy, you know, like Sweezy. He puts his horses in the right spot. Chad Brown puts his horses in the right spot. You know, that is. I'll say one thing about Chad Brown. Other than him being the best turf trainer in the country, he's the best horse placer in the country. Do we know if Chad's using the GSR? Because I'd like to know. Because if Chad's put his horse in a grade 3, it belongs in a grade 3. He just knows. He's got a really good feel for it.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the 2 here. I mean, I don't necessarily trust the 1. Gonna go 5.5.
I mean, Irad and Jose's on the 2.
Oh, is he? Yeah, for Bruce Brown.
Yeah, Jose's on the 2, so you know the 1's not going to the lead.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, there's no way the 1 can get the lead. I mean, I guess the 1 could get a really good trip off the speed. I mean, that would be the angle with the 1 is just to sit off the speed. The Cindy, you're saying the 1 doesn't run well off Lasix. Wasn't that one time? I mean, the problem is my comment here on the 1 would be she doesn't want to go 6 furlongs versus going 5 or 5.5. I mean, she ran in a stakes race of 76 and got 3rd. The 1, I think the thing with the 1, man, is like Iraq could get a good trip here. I mean, if the 2's gonna go fast, and who is the other speed? The 6, Jakarta, right?
Yes.
I mean, I would take the 1 over the 6. Well, I guess 6 is Scotty Longshot, but I mean, I for sure could see. I mean, Robin Sparkles could just go wire to wire. I mean, she is quick.
Yeah, she is. She's the fastest horse in the race. I think, you know, if I'm getting 4 to 5 or even money on Robin Sparkles, I'm just going to single her up and try to create more value that way. I made a promise to myself: no win betting in Saratoga. I'm just going to try to get creative in horizontals and verticals.
Well, but then you'll single, like in this case, you'll single and try to get multiplier odds, right? All right, we'll single Robin Sparkles. Let's go to the last. So the system says 6, 7, 10. The 7's top win percent. Morning line doesn't love. The 6 is second win percent, and then the 10 is Scotty Longshot, which is a 2%er for Jose for Charles Frock. Never even heard of that trainer before.
Yeah, no, I haven't either. I have no idea who that guy is. And so this is where you get a series of good races, and then all of a sudden the last race of the day, it's like, all right, what do I do now? So I this is a tough race, and that's why I was trying to go as deep as possible here, because it's kind of a crapshoot. I mean, these horses are average at best. Nobody's like a super standout here. You can see by the win percentage that the 6 and the 7 are getting some favoritism, but then there's a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s. And so, you could just go through and eliminate a lot of those. And then, we've got, some horses on the outside that might have a chance. I don't like the entry. I did eliminate the entry as well. And so there's one horse that's just absolutely, I can't, Mo Polka, the 3. Why can't the 3 win? 10-1. I know the EE doesn't like it, but if we look at this horse's last few races, how does he not belong? I mean, SORs of 62, 52, 54, 52, 54. This is a 54, okay? And the horse has won at a 54 by 4 lengths. He's won at a 52. So something happened. He was bumped, and he was 4 wide in his last start going a mile on the Belmont turf, and they wheeled him back 2 weeks later. Now they give him about 2 months off, and he's coming back. And if you look, this horse can win off of a layoff. I mean, he's done it before. So I think the 3 is super live for Linda Rice.
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure.
Good GSR, too. Top GSR.
Yeah, when you look, I mean, has gone 8.5 once and won and went wire to wire. So, yeah, I'm with you. So,
Sam says that the 10's a lock. That's a West Coast horse coming out east, jumping up in a huge, or not really, jumping down a little bit. From his
no, it came
win,
from Delaware. Isn't that Delaware Park?
Is that, or is that Del Mar?
No, Del Mar is DMR.
Oh, okay, yep. So Delaware. Okay, Delaware, Pimlico, Chris Frock. That's why I was thinking that maybe he's out west, but no, he's an east trainer. Yeah, this is odd. This is a super odd thing. I can't figure it out.
I
like
mean,
the 3.
I guess the 10's got Jose. So I mean, if you're spreading, I think you definitely include the 10. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's like, it's 2%. It's not 1.
The 7's going to try to wire, and I would probably leave out, if I was going to leave out a horse that's going to take money, it'd probably be the 6, just because it's coming off of a win, first time against winners. That's the only reason. And the rest of these horses have won and have gone against winners, and a lot of them have beaten winners before as well, which is another reason why I liked the 3 Mo Polka. So if it's me, I'm probably at least going 3-7.
Yeah, I would say 3, 7, 10. Grab the Scotty long shot. Our ticket only costs $54, man. That's a steal.
It's on discount. It's on sale. Hey, we've got one more show to do in July, and then we'll be at Del Mar, and we're gonna have to figure out how we're doing our show in Del Mar. We'll figure it out though. Do you fly in Friday morning?
I don't get in until Friday at 2:30, because I got to drop the kids and do all that stuff, and I'll probably come straight to the track. Isn't Fridays 4 p.m. post time or something?
Yes, I believe it's a late post time on Fridays. Thursdays are like 2:00. Fridays are like 4, and so you'll be just in time.
I know, right? All right. So before we leave, and I don't know what pick 5 I'm gonna play, but I gotta draw these names. Anybody else want in this pick 5 free ticket? Like, you don't get to participate because you're my co-host, so you can't participate. But I asked at the beginning of the show if anybody wanted in here, and we had I think I got 20 names in this hat, and I'm gonna give away. I already gave away 20% to somebody, Michael Bryant, because he sent me a message about. He sent me a message about the tips and tricks video, and it was really nice. And he really. Zaynel, he gave me some feedback and stuff. So I was like, hey, I'll do this. And so I said, okay, you can have 20%. And then I said on Twitter in the beginning of the show too, I said, all right, I counted, Steph counted 54 ums in that tips and tricks video for 9 minutes. And I said, all right, $2 for every it's going to be about 100 well, I think it was 52 times, maybe $110 pick 5. I don't know where I'm going to play it. So I might play at Del Mar today. I might play at Saratoga tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. But Zaynel, I got you in. Sam, I think you're already in there. Sam, I think you responded. Sam, did you respond in the beginning? I'm pretty sure that in the beginning you said yes. So instead of searching through names, but anybody else? Last call. 4 more people, and then I'll post this. I'm gonna post it on Twitter, so everybody who is in here, my Twitter handle's there. Oh, Sam, you didn't? Okay, so let me add you then. Make sure you grab my Twitter handle because that's where I'm gonna post it. So if you don't have Twitter, you'll have to. We'll have to catch up on the show, or send me a message on Facebook, EquinEdge Facebook page or Facebook. All right. Steph left, so I guess I'm drawing these myself. Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck to everybody. So that was Michael. So, okay. Yeah, of course, Sam. So the next person is Gary. I think Gary Rice. I think is the last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, Julie. You have a good weekend too. John, I think there's only one John. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure I looked. John, and I think his last name starts with a G. Yeah, John Gilpatrick. So John, Gary, Michael, and Cheech. Cheech, I have not seen you on the show before, but Cheech came and joined us.
Okay.
Yep, John, that was you. And the last one is CP. I don't know. CP I've seen before. All right, those are the 5. CP, Cheech, John, Gary, and Michael. So send me a note. I'm going to post it on Twitter. I'll either do it today for Del Mar or tomorrow for probably Saratoga. Yes, Cheech, there you are. So if you do not have Twitter, let me know if you have Facebook. If you don't have either, I guess we'll have to catch up on the show. All right, brother. You playing golf some more?
Okay, dude. I got to play golf tomorrow. I'm actually putting in a superfecta ticket for the Lake George. I'm using Fluffy Socks and Amy C on top. I'm putting it in right now.
When's
a little superfecta ticket?
Yeah, thanks, Keith. Thanks, Julie.
We've got another few minutes. I think 45 minutes till the Lake George. Yeah, I'm playing it for 50 cents.
What did you put on top? Fluffy Socks and who else?
I put Fluffy Socks and Amy C. I felt like the winner's going to come out of that. I hope that Fluffy Socks can get it done at 10-1 because I've been playing this horse a lot, and he just seems like he needs Joel. One of those horses that just needs that rider that can save all the ground and then make one run. And so I put it together a little 3-6 over 3-5-6 over 2-3-5-6-8-10 over 2-3-5-6-8-10. So just a little 50-cent one. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but
I could see it there. That's good.
yeah.
Good luck.
Just a little one. And then I'm going to play another like $5 one where I'm just going to use 3-6 over 3-6 over 5 and then 2-8-10. So that way you kind of tier it a little bit and hopefully it comes in.
Cheech, I posted my Twitter there. It's just my full name. And CP, you don't have Twitter? Okay. If you have Facebook, like you can find me on the EquinEdge Facebook page too. I'll post it on Twitter though, CP. If you wanna look on there. I'll post the ticket. And then if you don't see it, I guess you'll have to or Facebook, you can find me on Facebook. So I have CP, Michael, Gary. Gary's around somewhere. He was around at the beginning of the show. All right, brother. Have a good weekend.
Okay. Hey, you too, guys. Thanks for having me on throughout the struggles. And, man, glad we got to do it, at least for a little bit today.
All right. Good to see you. Good luck, everyone.
All right, guys. Yep, we'll see you soon.
Okay.